Alright, hi, I'm Jay Hart. With me is Mifa.
Hello, hello.
Alright, so this is our tutorial of Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. I'm gonna be playing on PC. You can play it on Xbox 360 and PS3 as well. Let's see. Oh, is there anything else I need to go over? Yeah, we're gonna go through level by level in each video to make this easy to digest. But it's a very easy speedrun to get into, to be honest. Very accessible, you know, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a great game. So we're gonna start with the first level. It's all Greek to me. Alright, so whenever you start a level, you want to just keep mashing space so you can just get the cutscene done with already. I'm also in co-op for some reason. Ignore that. Oh yeah, we're going to be going over solo and co-op strats when necessary. So the first thing that we're going to do when spawning is that we're going to run this way, because we're going to be skipping a cutscene and a mission here. So the way we do it is a thing we call swap jumping. So in solo, you can swap characters, Brian and Stewie, by pressing the E key or whatever you want to map it to. Now doing this can make you reach heights that you normally can't get to. In this case, this fence, which has barely a real invisible wall, you just, yeah, jump and press E. Now, if you're doing co-op, which has no swapping because you're playing as both Brian and Stewie simultaneously, you have to do this another way, and this goes for almost all swap jumps. It's called a respawn jump. You're going to be seeing another example of this later. So all you have to do is just basically kill yourself. In NG+, the best way to kill yourself as Stewie is the satchel charge here. You just drop it and detonate it. Not going to do that right now. Now, Brian, which I'm playing with controller right now, you can use his, what was it, Molotov cocktail. So then you get this screen here. It counts down from 3 to 1, and you want to jump sometime. You want to time your jump with when the character respawns. Now in this case, it's really, really easy. But yeah, that's respawn jump. Simple stuff. Alright, so we're going to get to the next point. Oh, some more movement tech. You want to keep this in mind throughout the game. It's called melee boost. So melee boosting is, you get this melee here, and you kind of move forward sometimes. I say sometimes, because it just wasn't for a moment. So when you're pulling a melee off while running off a ledge, you'll get a little boost, but you won't stop like you do with, you know, when you melee on the ground. So yeah, whenever you're just running, when you're doing some running sections, just try to melee as you're falling off. Now, so that's that. So you run from where we just did our swap jump all the way to this house. You want to jump on this plant here and just jump over this fence, just like that. And we're going to be collecting this sorority photo, not to be confused with the secondary objective sorority photo, very, very early. Oh, it's Lisa's photo. Okay. Now, as soon as we do that, we want to run back this way, and Mort's is going to suddenly appear. It also gives him, like, you also have to wait a moment before he actually can do the objective. So now you want to keep pressing escape. By the way, let's see, we probably need to go over saves in NG+ real quick. That's really important, to be honest. In a new game setting, most cutscenes are not meant to be skippable, but they can be skipped if you have not completed the level and you're returning to it. So we have to make our save in a specific way to have all these cutscenes skippable. I'm not going to go over all of the details, but remember that you need to use the save found in the resources on speedrun.com, and you have to replace it every time after the second level, which is Amish. Otherwise, you're going to keep having these cutscenes not be able to be skipped, and you're going to lose time. So, anyway, so now after we talk to this Mort, we call him Mort 2, we have these 3 women up here. We want to just run around them. Now, these speakers here, we are supposed to reach... we're supposed to do quite a lot before we can access these speakers. Let me kill these women real quick. Okay, good. Alright, so there are 3 different ways to go about this. 2 of them I would recommend to newcomers. The other one's a little dumb. Mifa will be demonstrating that momentarily. So the easiest one, which I've done for a while, and it makes this level reset heavy, is a respawn jump. And yeah, you can actually do that solo. So the way you want to go about it is you have like a character on this plank right here, or not the plank, this piece of wood by this bush. You have a character kill themselves. We're gonna use a satchel charge. Oh, I can't do that because we only have 1. Let me collect a ammo box. You want to keep spamming jump on whoever is whoever's to respawn, so you can just jump at the like as soon as you can. And you want to time your jump with the other player, so so you can get across the fence. So that's one way to do it. The other way is a little bit weirder. Let me get him to die real quick so we can get him back here. Alright, so this one's interesting. So you can get up on this chair and you can stand up on his hookah. Now, this hookah is really weird. This hookah has like a really large like ground. I don't know why, but you want to get the feel for that for a while before trying this out. So this piece of wood right here, the one I'm specifically pointing at, you can stand on it, but you can only reach it by jumping off this hookah. It's a bit of a trick jump. I like to use my my camera for it. Now I just slid off. It's really easy to slide off if you're not careful. So what I do for it is I jump, I move my camera, not at that angle by the way. Ooh, oh wow, I'm failing it. Let's go. There we go. You want to keep running forward, and he'll like stay. Your character will stay on the plank. Oh, and you want to use this mostly as Stewie. Brian has a good chance of hitting this wall that's up here because he's taller than Stewie. So keep that in mind. Let me do it one more time. I'm getting a little bit of lag, just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you go about it like that, and then you jump. Just like that. Very simple. Alright, I'm going to pass it over to Mifa real quick. Talk about the another method that we call satchel jumping.
Yeah, you mean the dumb method that only I do. So this method is, I'd say maybe like half a second to a second faster than doing the jump onto the plank. But it's like leagues and bounds more difficult than these other 2 methods. So it requires you from this plank here to do a mid-air satchel jump, as we call it, which is where Stewie's satchel charge, this is his item I'm holding here, you can throw it out like that, and it has its own collision. And if you throw it against a wall or something's in mid-air, you're able to jump off of it because it has collision, and it can be able to get essentially a higher jump. And so I would not recommend doing this at all, this method, but it's there. So you need to kind of each satchel jump in the game has its own timing, and it's more of a feel thing. So it's something you want to get used to.
Not to mention in Greek, you only start off with one satchel charge. Your ammo's really low when you start off this level, no matter what, even in NG+. So you literally only have like 1 chance for an optimal time.
Yeah, there is an alternative method of doing this, but it's so slow that we're not even going to talk about it.
Yeah, honestly.
Because if you're not doing this, you may as well just do the board jump.
Yeah, board jump would be the best way to go about it, but respawn jump is also nice because it makes the level less reset heavy, and you want to get a good feel for respawn jumps for later in this run, because a lot of the tech that we just went over with the melee boosting, the swap jumping, the suiciding, all that's going to be used later. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the Discord and go back. So early speakers, yeah, so these speakers we are not supposed to be reaching yet, but we have. So you just hold R and you disconnect it and you get a cutscene play. You just keep hitting escape to let it skip, start running left, and you're gonna be going this way. Oh yeah, so go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think you should mention that whilst you're picking up the speakers, it's worth to swap over to Brian for this section.
Yeah, you can swap. Oh yeah. Some really important tech for later on in this whole run is that when you're doing an action like disconnecting speakers or anything like that, where you can swap during it, and you get some invincibility during that too. So if there's enemies, which isn't gonna happen here, but we'll get that later on. That's really useful. But it also saves you some time, so because you don't have to swap to Brian, because we're gonna be needing him. Brian has very, very overpowered weapons. Particularly the railgun. Now, so guns here. These stronger guns have a bit of a delay before he can shoot again. Like, you can see me trying to shoot really fast, and it's kind of slow, especially with this sniper rifle. But there's actually a way around this. So every time we select our weapon, we get an animation of them pulling out all the time, even when it's the same weapon we're already holding. Now, this takes priority over that delay that we talked about. So instead of this shit, we can do this. We call this, what do we call it? We call it rapid fire. Yeah, it's really good. And we're going to be using it right now on this enemy that's coming up. Let me get some ammo, though. Okay. So this guy is very easy because we have weapons we're not even supposed to be using yet. So just rapid fire on him with the railgun, which is the most powerful weapon, and go. Gate's gonna open, so you just want to make your way to well, you don't want to make your way to Mort. So there's supposed to be a Mort right here that we don't get to see. We don't see him right now because he's not supposed to be here already, but his trigger for the first mission where we pop balloons, still there, so you want to avoid that area. So just run it's not super tight, but just run this way or so and just start disconnecting the speakers. You might want to have your character facing a direction you want him to run in, because you're about to see in a moment, this game's really weird with how it handles that. It always places the camera behind where he's facing after a cutscene. So if we were facing like this, for example, and then we just got over the cutscene, we'd be facing this way. So the reason I'm talking about that is because we end the level by running straight to this invisible Mort. Start spamming, escape. Oh yeah, you want to keep hitting talk too, because there's 2 Morts here. Yeah, and that is, I probably explained that ending really horribly actually, but yeah, that is the first level. Is there anything to note about it that I didn't go over?
Don't believe so, no.
Okay, I guess I'll just go ahead and demonstrate it in full. That's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, do a full go for it.
Alright, so.
We gotta find someone who can fix the remote.
So we're just running straight this way, and we do a swap jump. Or, if we're doing co-op, we do a, oh my god. If we're doing co-op, we do a respawn jump. Take note that I was doing those melee boosts. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to talk about this. Sprinting. So, your character will get tired out after running for a while, of course. You can tell by the panting noise. And that very light camera effect. Now, there is a way for us to constantly run and not have to worry about that, and that is by jumping. Jumping will mostly, reset the counter to 0, I guess. And you can just keep sprinting. So, yeah, remember that. Keep jumping. Anyway, so we turn around, we do some more melee boosts so we can get to Mort faster. Doesn't matter how fast we get to Mort, he has a set time before he can activate the next cutscene. So now we're gonna go this way. Now I'm gonna do this my way, which is the plank jump. If you do respawn jump, that's valid as well. Oops. I'm dealing with a bit of lag here, so it's a little weird. Oh my god. Hold up. Okay. You want to also remember that if you're around this area for too long, you're going to have to kill those girls because they will get in your way. So anyway, yeah, speakers, switch to Brian because you're going to need him soon. Start buffering the left input because you're always going to spawn exactly here every time. Switch to your to your railgun. Then we just kill him. Touch the speakers. Remember to face your camera over here to where you want to be running toward Mort. The easiest way to set your camera is by aiming. Just do that. Run the Mort, spam R and escape. And there we go. That is the end of Greek. Alright, I think that was, so I think we covered everything for this level for now. So,
yep.
Yeah. Okay, great.